So, another wonderful Friday night at the Palazzo, but now it is Saturday. It is time to jump into a game. We will go there and jump into a game at the Bellagio. Probably in about 15, 20 minutes. We got to wrap the things up here. We got to go downstairs. We got to get in our car and we got to get moving. Because we're going to have a good day today. That's the plan. A good day today. Last two sessions at the Bellagio haven't been good days. Haven't been horrible days. But they haven't been good days. Today is going to be a good day. So let's get it moving.
So after another night staying down on the Strip, we find ourselves back at the Bellagio. Some have asked why I play there so much and why I don't play at the Wynn much anymore. I mean, the Wynn is right next door to the Palazzo, right? Easy answer. There just aren't as many 5-10 games running at the Wynn during this period right now. Post-World Series of Poker mid-stakes games are kinda sparse until the fall or so. Arriving at the Bellagio, I see there are two games going, a must-move and a main game. I get seated in the must-move and notice right away that the table is super passive. Like, super duper passive. So right out of the gate, my opening range is expanded. From later positions, I'm just opening almost anything, then just dealing with the boards as they come. And for the most part, it's working. The first real encounter that I get into with a hand of any merit happens when I look down at two black aces from the hijack. I open to $30, and the big blind defends. On a flop of Queen 7 Queen Rainbow, he checks, and I toss out a $20 bet. He thinks about this for a second, and then reluctantly calls. The turn 9 of diamonds completes the Badugi. He checks again. I really don't have much worry about being behind in this hand, as I probably would have heard from him before now. My only hope is that he has a draw, and that 9 helped him in some way, like maybe giving him a pair. With my level of activity at the table so far, I size up a bit hoping for the best, or hoping that he doesn't believe me with my $70 bet, but he folds. A few hands later, the hijack limps for $10, only to get raised by the player next to act to $40. Sitting on King Queen offsuit from the big blind, I call the $40, and the hijack folds. Heads up. Queen, Jack, Deuce with two hearts. I start with the check, which allows the cutoff to c-bet for $50. Top pair, great kicker, easy call. The 4 spades on the turn is a complete nothing. I check again, expecting to maybe catch a sizable bet from the cutoff here, but he doesn't fire. The board pairs the 4 on the river, also bringing in the front door flush, which I don't block in the least. There isn't much threat of a full house on this board, or overpairs hanging around, so I lead for $90 here because either he has a flush and will raise me, or he has nothing and will check it back. But there is an off chance he has a hand like Ace-Jack, or possibly Queen 10, and will still call and lose. He fiddles around for a few seconds, calls, and loses.
You don't like this table? It's action table. Why you leave?
They're making me leave. They're making me go over there.
Things this session so far are going pretty well. Well, at least at this point. But things can't stay good forever, and I can't stay at the must-move forever. I soon get moved to the main game and, well, you'll see. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. The main game is filled with mostly passive regs. Passive being the key word here. As a reg myself, I have a pretty good grasp on what certain players are capable of and what they aren't. Keep that in mind. I opened a $30 under the gun with Queen Jack of Hearts, and an older reg in the under the gun 2 position raises to $90. And when action reaches the small blind, he calls. Okay, going to pause here. The under the gun 2 player is passive, extremely passive. He's not the type to decide to take my under the gun open to task with even a hand as strong as Ace Jack suited. So hands that sometimes could raise here, like 6-5 suited or pocket nines, Ace Queen offsuit, well, he doesn't have those. The small blind I actually don't know, but a typical cold call in his spot is a hand like pocket nines or tens, maybe jacks, maybe even Ace King. My thinking now is that the small blind's not super strong, but he wants to see a flop. Okay, let's continue. So armed with that knowledge, and knowing that I'm walking into a lion's den in the form of the under the gun 2 player 3-betting me, mind you, I'm fully aware of this at game speed. I call. Maybe I'll flop the world. Who knows? 3 of clubs, Queen of diamonds, 10 of clubs. The small blind checks. I like that I flopped a pair. That's great. Maybe. But I'm still very cognizant of the under the gun 2 player's strong range, and also worried a little bit about the small blind's cold calling range that definitely contains pocket tens as a big part of it. I check. The under the gun 2 player continues for $130, and the small blind quickly bows out. Well, so much for my fear of pocket tens. Action is back on me, and now things are getting a little bit tricky. His range is still super strong, aces and kings are still there, and me just folding here to this player type isn't out of the question, especially with no heart on board, but I'm stubborn. I call. The turn pairs the 3. Check. The under the gun 2 player doesn't slow down though. $250 this time. Gone from my head is all the knowledge that I have about him and his player profile being passive, and entering my head now is he could be firing twice with Ace King. The combos of Ace King are dancing around in my head and blocking all rational thought. I call the $250. River, 6 of clubs. Check. So the front door clubs get there. I didn't catch another queen or a jack, and I'm left holding top pair. The under the gun 2 player drops $720 into the middle. If there is ever a card that should pull me back from the abyss that isn't an ace or a king, it'd be a club, right? But I'm blinded. It's literally locked deep in my psyche that he's just bluffing. Keep in mind, I haven't seen this player ever bluff a thing in his life. On the flop, potential fold. I mean, kind of nitty, but okay. The turn, folding's probably better here. And now the river is a slam dunk, super easy, don't even think twice about it fold. I call.
Listen, we fucked up.
Oh, so you have the pocket tens. This was easily the worst hand I've played in probably 6 months. Internally, I was enraged at myself over how badly I played this. So imagine how fun it is for me now, while editing, to watch it over and over again in high definition as I craft cute little graphics for you all. So painful. Thinking about starting your own vlog? Don't. If you don't start a vlog, you will never have to sit on a random night and watch yourself just pay off an Ubernet over and over and over as you sit and edit over and over and over. You can live your whole life without experiencing this. You like pain? All right, start a vlog. Don't say I didn't warn you. It hurts. And I'm pissed. Like, I've been tilted and walking around this kitchen for probably the last 5 or 10 minutes.
tilted over a hand that I played 2 weeks ago that I've been editing for the last 90 minutes where I pay off an Ubernet. Like a big number. Don't start a vlog. Don't start a vlog unless you want to experience the pain of losing every day. Every day. Even when I win. Even when I have a winning session. And then I come home and edit, and then I see stupid hands I play, then I get tilted all over again. That's what starting a vlog will do.
So we reach into our pocket, add on another $1,000, and back to the battle we go. Externally, I'm cool, calm, collected. Internally, I'm riding Cerberus back and forth in front of the gates of hell. The proper way to deal with this is just to learn the lesson, reset, and continue executing sound poker strategy. The way I'm going to deal with it is by turning all the hands that sometimes could maybe open rarely into full-blown slam dunk, never folding anything opens. Enter 9-6 suited from the cutoff a few hands later. I open to $30 and the small blind calls. Ace Jack 4 with 2 spades. He checks, and although the small blind call means that there's a high percentage that he's holding an ace, especially since players don't 3-bet enough, I don't care. When he checks, I c-bet to $20. This c-bet should shed a lot of his smaller pocket pairs like 5s, 6s, 7s, etc. He calls. Oh, really? The turn 10 of clubs falls and he checks again. I bet pot, $100. Now what, Mr. Small Blind? How's your ace-7 offsuit feel now? Not too good, does it? You can call, but what are you going to do on the river with your weak ace? He folds. I'm in a mood.
Thank you. Shadow.
Yeah, mic check 1, 2, my friend. I'm back like I never left and back at it again. So fly in the sky, they just blowing the wind. You can tell how I dress that I'm in it to win.
Yeah, 3, 4, bring it right to your door. And if you like what we giving, let me give you some more. Stay calm when I ring the alarm. The party going till dawn, so if you ready, come on.
Style is gorgeous, God endorsed it. Moving fast, lane in Porsches. Grabbing stars, life in orbit. Don't water it down, I'd rather you torture.
Hold your tongue, don't bite the bullet. Say it loud, they thought we wouldn't. Cross the line, we took the win. So tell me if you had enough, cause we at it again.
Come on! Back at it again! Back at it again.
Yeah, we at it again. Yeah.
Back at it again.
Yeah, we at it again.
Yeah. Back at it again.
Yeah, we at it again.
Back at it again.
Yeah, we at it again. Yeah.
Back in the building, back with the bosses.
About an hour has passed since that Queen Jack debacle, and I'm still not unmad with myself yet. I'm getting a bit out of line. Here I open Queen 7 suited from the low jack, like I said, out of line. And I get called by both blinds. Ace Jack 10 with 2 clubs. The small blind checks, the big blind checks, and I think this is a pretty good flop for a low jack open. I continue for $60 and they both find folds. My internal rage is subsiding a bit, and I've made some strides on recouping from that horribly played hand earlier. About 5 minutes pass and then this hand goes down. The cutoff opens to $30, and looking down at Jack 9 suited from the button, I could raise here. If I had to guess, I would say the EV between raising and calling in this configuration is pretty much the same. 20 minutes ago, it would have been a snap raise. But I'm calmer now. I call. Ace, Jack, 9, Rainbow. I flop bottom 2 pair, but the cutoff doesn't know this, and he continues with a c-bet. An abnormally large c-bet. An out of position overbet. $90. Had he not done that, he might have gotten raised. Hell, maybe I should raise him anyway. Calmer Jamin prevails. I just call. The turn Queen of Diamonds falls and he checks. Interesting card here. Him holding Ace Queen isn't impossible, but would he check that? Setting up a check raise, maybe? Me calling an overbet on a rainbow flop signals that I have something pretty strong. If I do bet and get check raised, is that necessarily bad? I have a lot of equity here, so I'm probably not folding. I tank on this one for a while and decide to check it back and see what the river action looks like. The river, 5 of clubs, a nothing. He now tosses out $100 and I just call. At game speed, I thought a raise here by me on the river would be very, very thin, as I could only get called and beat Ace King, Ace 10. Although, after factoring in the iffiness of him actually holding Ace Queen or Ace Jack with his turn check, I think I should have raised the river. He shows me Ace King offsuit.
They sweat in my steez. There's levels to the game. We making it look easy.
I stay working my angle. Took a dance with the devil, beat him down like the Django. Left him seeing more stars than the ones in the bango. Just cause you got a halo don't make you an angel.
Hey, Houston, ain't no problem, we just cooling out, my darling, yeah. Hold the line, we about to begin. We can never get enough, so we at it again.
Back at it again.
Yeah, we at it again, yeah.
Back at it again.
Yeah, we at it again.
Back at it again.
Yeah, we at it again.
Back at it again.
Yeah, we at it again, yeah.
Are you ready?
In this next one we look down at, about damn time. Where y'all been? Clock in. Let's get to work. $30. The small blind, a pretty tight player pre-flop, but one that doesn't easily let go of hands post-flop, calls. 10-3-9 Rainbow appears on the flop. He checks, and I continue for $50, and he calls. The Queen of Hearts on the turn is dangerous. This particular card interacts heavily with his range of hands that are calling a damn near pot flop c-bet. He checks again. I'm not a big fan of this card on this street. I check it back. The river pairs the 9, which is great. Like, really great. He leads for $80. So I'm losing to the small part of his range containing King Jack. I would have heard from a flop 2 pair already. He could have caught the flop with a 9, sure, but that river 9 makes it a bit less likely, so I'd be hard-pressed to think that I don't have the best hand here. I put in the raise to $220. Remember, this is the same player I showed a semi-bluff to earlier with Ace-7 suited. He tanks. He calls, shows Queen 10, and I invisibly pat myself on the back for my turn check back.
At the World Series this year, I set my screen wallpaper, like my phone wallpaper, to a screenshot of GTO Wizard.
Just so every time I picked up my phone, somebody would think I was up to some shenanigans. But nobody ever said anything.
So we are out in the Vegas heat with a hoodie on. Can only mean one thing. Mid-session update time. This session, wow. I played a hand horribly. Like, I can't remember the last time I played a hand as badly as I played that Queen Jack of Hearts. Hopefully I capture that just so I can show you how horribly I can play sometimes. In fact, I don't often get tilted like when players hit 5 outers or 2 outers or I get sucked out on. But what does tilt me is when I play a hand badly and I know that I play a hand badly, even if I win the pot, like, I just get pissed at myself. That was one of those occasions. Since then, we have grinded it back, won a bomb pot, stole a bunch of other little pots, made the thinnest of value bets with aces, and I think right now I'm either up $100 or down $100. So we're making it work. All right, let's get back in there.
Jack 9 offsuit on the button. Okay, we're getting close to the bottom of our button opens here. But we're still opening. $30. The small blind is my only caller. 4-7-4 with 2 spades. He checks dark, and having not seen the small blind play too many hands whilst he's seen me play all sorts of garbage from all over the place, I pass on this high c-bet frequency spot and check it back. The turn 10 of hearts shows, and he checks again. Delayed c-bet it is then. I slide $40 into the middle, and he calls again. Well, that's not good. We're going to have to bomb this river to take this one down. However, the 8 of clubs slides into the river, filling my gut shot. I run good. No? The small blind checks again. I continue with my original strategy, bombs away, especially since the front door flush missed. $150. And much like his neighbor in the previous hand, he tanks and tanks and eventually makes a wiser decision. He folds. So as the day continues and more people show up to play, more tables are opened. Makes sense, right? This also gives the players the chance to table change. When the 7 seat becomes open at my table, a player from another table decides to leave his current game and table change to this game. There are 2 main games? Is that a main game? That's a must move? So you chose to come here, huh? Yeah. Okay. You hear that, guys? You hear the disrespect? Okay. Okay. He chose to. He was just fine over there. He looked at us and he said, okay. No, I got you. The disrespect. All right. We should be taking this personally, just so you guys know. Yeah.
Marked for death.
Since joining our table 20 minutes ago, the 7 seat has been mostly absent. So there really hasn't been any opportunities to redress the disrespect that he has brought upon our table. However, pokering continues. Here, the under the gun player opens to $30 and I decide to call on the button with ace-8 suited. 10, queen, 9, 2 spades, 1 heart. The opener checks and I decide to check this one back. The turn brings the 6 of diamonds and now the under the gun opener elects to bet, but his sizing leaves much to be desired. $20. That's not a thing. No one with a real hand is betting it like this. No one. He has trash. Whatever hand he does have, unless he has king, jack, or 7-8 of spades, is going to be hard-pressed to find continues after I attack this $20 lead. I make it $70 and he quickly folds. As this hand is going down, our friend that joined the table in the 7 seat has decided to move on to greener pastures. Internally, I removed the bounty that I had placed upon his person.
Okay, we are done. Positives about that session, there's one. I managed to grind it up and made a little profit, up about $300. But still, that punt with Queen Jack of Hearts, so bad. So bad. But we grinded it up, we made a little profit. The game towards the end was kind of dead. My card distribution was horrid. I don't think I played but maybe 2 or 3 hands over the last 2 or 3 hours. It was just nothing. I had nothing going on. But all that being said, it is time to get out of here. I got a lot of editing to do. Between the Venetian Palazzo stuff and a couple sessions here, I got a lot of editing to do. It's time to go home. So if you like the vlogs, leave me a comment. I'll probably respond and subscribe. All right.